Hey everyone, this is Jen. You're watching BPD Woman Shorts. I know I'm coming to you from my car, but I'm just in between appointments, and so I wanted to send out a quick message today. And first of all, I hope that you are enjoying the format of the BPD Shorts. I will have some longer, more edited videos coming to you within the week, but I hope you like this format. Leave me a comment below how it's working for you. It's been working for me. I get an idea or I get a quick thought and I was like, hey, this is something that I can share in the moment, which I find coaching or BPD use of skills is most helpful effectively. So I wanted to give a short, my short 2 cents on judgmentalness. Now, we all to some degree have judgmentalness, from making a grimace at the way somebody might be raising their child to perhaps, how someone's decorated their house. We might say, I don't like that. I do like that, whatever. And by the way, judgments can be positive, even when you say to someone, wow, you look really great, you look really nice. Well, that's a compliment. It's still a judgment, right? So it's your personal opinion. And one of the things that I was taught in DBT when it came to learning how to validate others was something that they pointed out that we tend to do a lot of is being judgmental and offering advice. And instead, we were taught to validate, so that instead of being judgmental or offering advice, when somebody talks to you or brings up a subject, you try to validate them and you become investigative and not judgmental. That's an old Walt Whitman quote. Be curious, not judgmental. So I have noticed, and why is this important? Well, this is important because how does it feel when someone judges you? Do you feel like you want to share with them more? Do you feel accepted by that person? Do you feel a sense of fairness? Or do you feel being judged? Do you feel resentment? Do you feel angry or hurt feelings? I would gather to say that you feel the latter. And so I have noticed on a few of my videos, and I love your comments, so always keep them coming. But I've noticed on a few of my videos, some people have left rather judgmental, unhelpful comments. And it's almost like they're comments that are designed to tell me what I'm doing wrong, or they're comments to give me advice. I've had one person today tell me that that what I was doing was catastrophizing, which, first of all, that was the wrong assessment. So, okay, no. Another person told me the other day that I was using black and white thinking because I refused to let a concierge person take my temperature. That also wasn't right? That's just my boundary. That's not black and white thinking. And the person who told me that I was catastrophizing because after dealing with a pretty difficult client who was showing some pretty OCD behaviors, told me that my decision to no longer accept her as a client was me catastrophizing. So first of all, both of those assessments are dead wrong. And I've responded. I think one of the comments stayed up, but the other person deleted their comment, or it hasn't posted. I never delete your comments, by the way, guys. I always leave your comments up. So here's the thing. This channel is designed to share your experiences. I really don't encourage, and I don't like to see people who are judging others, calling other people out, making assessments, making judgment. That's not our place, right? And if you are feeling like you're about to make a judgment, or you're about to label someone, or you're about to tell someone how it is, instead, try to replace that with a validation. Remember that validation isn't always agreement, but it's a way to acknowledge, accept the other person. And you can do that by listening. You can do that by repeating back. You can do that by asking more questions. You can do that by not appearing judgmental. Because when I see these judgmental comments, of course, my first thing is, well, you're wrong. And my second comment is to not engage you in conversation, except for maybe to defend myself. And that happens in our day-to-day life. So if it's happening with a total stranger, then it's probably happening at work, or it's probably happening within your friendship or family dynamics. And you really want to focus in on being validating and not offering advice or being judgmental. For instance, okay, the person that said that I was using black and white splitting thinking because I didn't want to let a concierge person take my temperature. Another way that that person could have written a comment could have been like, I could see why you wouldn't want that person to take your temperature. They're not a doctor. You've been vaccinated. You're wearing masks. And only 30% of people that have COVID actually present with a temperature. You respected his boundary. He respected yours. Boom, you're done. Right? That's a way to validate. And so I just encourage you to think about in your interactions, are you validating or are you giving advice? And if you find that you're giving advice, try to replace that with something validating or accepting. Nobody generally wants to be judged. And unless somebody's explicitly asking for your advice or they're encouraging you to give advice, usually it's probably best then not to give that advice. Think about why you feel the need to give advice. And then also think about what happens to you when other people judge you. My name is Jen. You've been watching BPD Shorts. I'll have a longer video for you coming up. And until I speak with you next time, in everything you do, please be effective. Bye-bye.